Hey everybody, welcome back. It's DJ, aka Five Guitars Guy. So mainly what I've been doing since the last video is just working on a whole lot of fundamentals, but I have got a few little things that I picked up while working on that. So let's get into that part. First up, technique. So as far as technique goes, I've mainly been focusing on fretting and strumming, but last few months I've been thinking about some of the other finer points. I think I even alluded to a few of them in the last video or so. From things posture, making sure I'm sitting up. Eventually, I got to get to that point where I'm not looking at the fretboard the whole time, so that doesn't mess with my neck. And then also making sure that, what did I write down? Yeah, guitar positioning. Figure at some point I got to make sure I can keep it flat against me here. But again, got to get rid of that beer gut, and it should be fine. And then the other thing that I was thinking about is my thumb. I've noticed that sometimes when I play, I kind of leave my thumb in one position, which I think is good, but then my fingers go further out. So now instead of being right here behind all four of them, it's like behind two or even one. So I gotta make sure I don't reach too far with it when I go like, see, I'm like way out here. I figure I should. At some point, I gotta develop enough flexibility to where my fingers can really stretch out and do that. In the meantime, I figure it's probably a good idea to make sure I keep my thumb involved in its proper position so that I'm not trying to play like this. And yeah, well, while I'm working on those, got to get back to my usual things, strumming and fretting. But like I said last time, I got to put a little more emphasis on rhythm because those covers that I played just to wrap things up did seem kind of blocky and out of time at some points. So with the rhythm part, I'm getting back into that metronome, and I decided to, as an assessment, to see how high up I could go before I started having trouble keeping up, and that was about I think somewhere around 100 beats, 110. Okay, here's what's like playing all of them, starting from 70, then 80, then 90, then 100. Doesn't sound too bad. So I guess I'm faster than I think. But that was I think one note per beat. I also decided to try going for two notes per beat just to see how that sounded. I think that one I'm a little behind, but here's what that sounds like. So as you can see, at about 100 beats per minute, those doubles start to break down a bit. I think it seems like my strumming hand doesn't quite know how to keep up with it, especially once we get closer, closer to once the hands get closer together. It's kind of weird. I imagine I can rep that out a bunch of times until I get it right, and I'm going to. But I think it's a good assessment that that's about where I am with that. So I figure that's one thing I can introduce to the video to keep things from getting monotonous. Every time I'll uh, try to the fastest, and you can hear what that sounds like. And with any luck, I can get them linked up to each other, and then try for triplets or playing four. That would be interesting. Yeah, that's what I got for technique this time around. Next up, guitar theory. All right, so on the guitar theory side of things, still making heads or tails of these triads and in the major and minor scale. The next bit in the book actually talks about the major triad using uh, G and the minor in A. So let's say, for example, for the major triad, it shows all the notes in the scale starting from G. And then it goes on to show the parts where uh, say, uh, G, B, and D come up, and actually shows the top half of the G chord. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And then does the same thing for A, where it shows an A minor scale. And then it also shows the few notes there. I gotta find an A chord that looks like this, but it is interesting. So yeah, all aren't pretty cool, but not much to speak of there since I'm still trying to make heads or tails of it. I can kind of understand what they're saying as far as just reading it, but I'm trying to figure out exactly how it all goes together and how I would apply it, which would be the main thing. Because I don't want to just regurgitate what I'm reading here. I mean, go read the book. Pretty sure you can get through it faster than I could talking to you. Yeah, anyway, that's it for guitar theory. Next up, genre.
I used to have a job, but I got laid off. I used to have a wife, but she said she had enough. I used to have a car, but it got repossessed. It seemed the Lord had found someone he likes to test. I've lost all the man could lose, that's why I sing the blues.
As far as the blues goes, I haven't really done much research on how I'm supposed to apply these. I figured just the general information I have can have me starting off simple, but I figure aside from my 12 bar blues riff, I don't really have much. I gotta figure out exactly what I should be looking for next. I figure, given the fact that I'm looking at fundamentals and then jumping into this is like bouncing between walking and running. But yeah, I'm kind of curious to see how the base stuff I'm doing is going to ultimately inform this particular genre, and how I can get it to that point. Especially when it comes to dealing with scales and stuff, because I get to go back to trying to solo over the 12 bar blues. I want to understand exactly what I'm shooting for as far as the sound, so I got to understand mode and which scale goes with what, etc. So it's interesting, but figured, not much going on there. So that's what I got for this one. Uh, Coming along, not too bad. I'm actually pretty happy with myself because I'm slowly tightening the circle on what I want this to be. So progress. But also that reminds me, while I'm at it, for those of you, I've got like 40 subscribers right now, and some of you comment. If you can, let me know about a good site for tabs or some good equipment, or just general tips on how to do a little bit better each time. That'd be cool. Anyway, yeah, if you get around to it. Anyway, this is DJ, aka Five Guitars Guy. See ya.